Here we All righty. Welcome, everybody. This is our 2023 Reset Cleanse. This is the 6th year that I'm running this program. At this point, I myself have done this program probably around 12 or 13 times. I've lost count at this point. And now that I've been doing it 6 times with patients and leading it, I've learned a lot in terms of how I can best help and support you. So this call is a newer addition. This is only the 2nd year that I've added this in, and it's supposed to be for any last minute questions that may be coming up, any just like, or like, can you explain this one more time? Or are we allowed to have this? Or what should I do about that? Or do you have any suggestions for this? I've got lots of tips available to us. So we're gonna do kind of like an open forum, and then I'm gonna send this recording out to those who weren't available. I did receive some questions via email, so I'll make sure to cover those as well. But as you know, I'm a Bruja acupuncturist, so of course we've got the baraja here, and I'm going to draw a few cards for us just to see what does spirit, what does the universe hold for us in this moment, any words of wisdom, any pieces of advice, any guidance that may be helpful for all of us to receive, to hear, or any message for anyone specifically. Oof. Okay. All right. This one's gonna be a little brutal. Okay. We got 6 of Cups, 4 de Copas, and 2 of Bastos. Okay. So let's get into it, girl, because this is gonna be, for some of you, a lot of you actually are doing this one for the first time. So 6 of Cups. There's going to be lots of joy around this, but it's going to be difficult. It is going to be very challenging. For some of you specifically, it's going to really test your emotions. So it's really, breaking up with sugar is hard. Breaking up with sugar is very challenging. So for some of you, and I know who it is already, I see you on this call, girl, it's going to be it's going to be much more emotional. Okay, so brace yourself for that. And in a way, I would say, to honor those cycles, because like all the layers of grief, all the layers of anger, of guilt, of shame, everything that comes with that, when we break up with sugar, we are going to face all of those emotions, because it's not as simple, all right, get out of my life and I'm done with you, right? And I'm on to better things. It's all the patterns, all the habits, all our cravings, all the things that we tend to go to. How are we going to cope with our life when stress arises? Normally we would just order a pizza, grab a beer, have some cookies, but now we're going to be really tested to find new coping mechanisms, right? Not only how do we proceed upon our day-to-day and our eating habits and how do we grocery shop, but how are we going to face those challenges when we don't have some of the tools that we normally go to? So beginning is going to be rough, but I promise you, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Dos de Bastos speaks to us of fire energy, of movement, and specifically new beginnings. So it is like that fire has started. We see the little chispas happening right now, and we're like, all right, good, I'm here for warmth. Please nourish me. However, this fire is a very specific type of fire, because it is not one that is like, it needs to be supported and nourished. So it's like the fireplace is just starting, you're kind of checking it, like, does it need more air? Does it need more gas? Does it need another, some more wood in there? So you have to keep an eye on it so that it can take that full flame. So it's a very specific type of fire, okay? You yourself can be that phoenix, but it is going to take grace, patience, love, support, and understanding from yourself to yourself. And that's today's reading. Yeah. Oh, my sweets, mis amores. I'm so excited you're all here. So we're going to do this kind of like open forum. Whoever would like to start, please feel free to unmic yourself or unmute yourself. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There's a joke in my family. We call each other burras, obviously, but 1, 2, 3, so that everyone knows like somebody just did something dumb. So when you hear 1, 2, 3, everyone just stops like, okay, burra, who was it? Who did it? Who did that thing? No questions asked. You just jump in. All righty. Who would like to ask the first question or bring up their first concern, whatever it may be? This is a very safe and nourishing space for all of us. We're all here for the same reason. So no judgment. There was no question that should ever make you feel like, don't you know that by now? Shouldn't you know that? No, this is what this space is for. Okay. Ready when you are. Oh, Ruthie raised her. I didn't know you could raise your hand. Look at that.
I know, girl. I didn't want to just scream. I
haven't been
took it
on
back.
Zoom so long, and I'm like, you can raise your hand.
I'm like, I have a few questions actually.
Oh,
because I'm pretty sure that the whole reading was for me, girl.
That 4 of Cups, I was like, Ruth is on this call. I know this one's for her.
I was like, ooh, they got me. They totally got me. So this is, like you said, the first time I've ever done anything like this. I am scared shitless. And to even start saying it, I don't know how to cook. So this is going to be even more challenging. So if you have any easy recipes or TikToks or anything like that, send them my way.
Oh, yeah, will do.
Yeah, because that is my New Year's resolution, girl. I have to learn.
Start cooking.
And yeah, so just because the one you sent was really helpful, like the one where you said like day by day, like, well, not day by day, the whole day thing, where you broke it down for breakfast, lunch, dinner. That was really helpful. So if you do happen to have more of those, I would greatly appreciate if you sent them. And then I have another question. So when you eat out, is that not a thing during this process?
Yeah, so you definitely can eat out. We're just definitely going to change how you do that. And right off the bat, there's going to be a lot of places that just get crossed off the list that are not available to you. So an easy option for when you do eat out would be like a fish and or a protein and with a side of veggies. So something like a salmon fillet with roasted veggies on the side, fantastic. That's an easy way to go. Roasted chicken, like a rosemary chicken is an easy, a steak is available to you. We want to be more mindful of definitely like, is it breaded? Is it fried? So fried chicken, not available. Roasted chicken, there we go, right? Also, you want to be mindful of like anything that may be bacon wrapped because we're not doing bacon on this one. Okay, so I know that one's for some of us that's tough. That was very tough for me to leave bacon. But so you just want to be mindful of how is that protein being prepared. So like an easy one that you can even do at home that my tia does for us almost every year, which I love, is like a lemon dill and butter salmon. And that one's very easy. We just chop up some dill, slap some butter on it, some dill, some salt, maybe some lemon, maybe some, ¿qué más le pones? Yeah, some butter on there and
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so that's an easy.
garlic.
And which one?
Garlic.
And garlic. Yes. Oh, yeah. So when eating out, yeah, you want to look at steamed veggies as your go-to, or like replacing the sides. Can I get extra veggies on the side? Perhaps they may have like a minestrone soup. Minestrone soup is there's usually there may be potato in that, so you'll just have to scoop that out. But for the most part, minestrone is pretty veggie friendly. So looking at ingredients is going to be key. So because we're not doing dairy, we're not doing sugar, we're not doing grain. So anything that's been breaded, fried, cream based, we just want to rule those out. So if that means the reality is you're going to kind of be that person at the restaurant that like, but can you know this? Can you add this? Can you, making the modifications. So with that in mind, choose a restaurant that could cater to that. Okay. So we know right off the bat, like, okay, there's probably nothing at Taco Bell. Might not be able to do anything at KFC. Any place that is like Chipotle, for example, right? Like you can go and like they have the food prepped. Now, while this is not the best option, if you can do like protein and veggies. right? Like their fajita style with guac. No cheese, no grains, no tortillas, no chips, so you can do it. You just want to be very mindful of how you do it and where you do it, right? Because we're trying to eat organic as much as possible. In a perfect world, ideally, you would do 100% organic. So just keeping that in mind when you're making these choices to go out. And if that means like, oh, we can't eat here, we can't eat here for these 3 weeks, that's just part of the territory. Yeah, great question. Yeah, my go-to when I go, if and when we go out, will be like a salmon fillet with a side of veggies. Yeah, and then also for cooking, Ruthie, a very kind of convenient method that you could do, especially since you're kind of just starting out and becoming familiar, which many people I believe would agree is like a crock pot. Just dumping a bunch of veggies and protein seasonings in there, leave it in there overnight, and in the morning, somehow it'll become delicious and magic. So that's one that my husband and I do, is we'll crock pot. We'll do a big thing of sweet potatoes in there so that they're ready for the morning, and then we can have that with our breakfast or throughout the day, or give them to our daughter because she loves sweet potatoes also. So I'll do sweet potatoes, and I'll try to use them as more of a dessert. So I'll put cinnamon and butter on them. First, I'll chop them into like big chunks. And then in a bowl, I toss them with butter and cinnamon. And then it goes into the crock pot with a little bit of water so that it steams and makes them really extra mushy. That way in the morning, they're just ready, primed and ready for you to just, yeah. Butter is allowed, ghee is allowed. So feel free to just do your best to get like cleaner butter, like organic, not the canola oil stuff, not that margarine. Do your best to avoid lard. Yeah, great question, Ruthie. And on like, good on you, because learning how to cook is like, as someone that, and Mike, yeah, will vouch, I am not a great cook. There are many things I'm good at. Cooking is so not one of them. And so to attempt to learn how to cook and to do that on this program, like, brava, my friend, because when you pull, it's going to be bumpy, it's going to be hard, but when you pull this off, you are going to come out on the other side, this beautiful chef phoenix on the other side, girl. And we are all so excited to meet her.
I'm gonna be a chef and a few pounds lighter, hopefully.
Girl, yeah, who is she? Look at her. Oh my goodness. Now, yes, now while we're not intentionally, I mean, everyone's reasons are so different, but I definitely try not to market this program as a weight loss thing. Inevitably, it does happen, because when we eliminate all these foods, your body's going to be like, oh, well, there goes that, because it's wild to see how our body will respond once we cut off all these kind of junky lifelines to it. And like, oh, look at that. Skin's getting brighter. Sleep is getting more restful. Energy is improving. Are my nails thicker? Are my teeth whiter? Like, I have had every single time I do this program, someone will ask me if I'm getting my teeth whitened. I don't know. I can't explain the power of sugar.
Will we go into like withdrawal from not having sugar?
Yes. Yeah.
So what do I do when that happens? Because I'm going to be a bitch. I know it already.
I'll talk about it in the daily emails, which begin tomorrow morning. Things that you can do, so they'll be in there again as reminders. But for some of you, detoxing from caffeine will be the hardest one. For some, it's going to be bread. For some, it's going to be sugar. Most likely what we're going to see is headaches, irritability, and fatigue. These are the big three that we see. There are other things that can come up, but when these arise, one, give yourself grace. Do your best not to get frustrated, because we know it's basically, you know, we're taking the sugar out. So the beast is like, wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. And then we start getting all these headaches and you're like, if I just have one bite of that donut, everything's going to be okay. And like, yes, but no. Right? So when the headaches begin, a great acupuncture point will be here on your hand, right in this meaty part, massaging that. So this is what I'll do for headaches. And then a lot of you, I've acupunctured this point on you many times before. So applying pressure to that. Also, if you can get yourself some peppermint oil, that would be fantastic, that you can put on your hands. Peppermint oil is fantastic to help drain energy down and out from the head and helps ease that tension. So putting it in the palms and just can help. Taking 3 deep breaths like that will be very helpful. It's not going to be instant, so give yourself grace, okay? It's not going to be that like, oh, there it is, there's that peppermint oil, right? It's going to take a little like breathing through it and you'll start noticing, all right, it's not a 10, now it's a 9. Okay, there we go, now it's an 8. Okay, all right, getting there. Now we're at a 7. Okay, better, right? And so massaging this acupuncture point, peppermint oil on the hands and breathing them in. Also peppermint oil on the temples and on the occipital. So back here, these 2 points at the base of the head are going to be fantastic for you as well. So sometimes what I'll also do is put peppermint oil in here so that I can just kind of constantly get that whiff, or even on your chest. Peppermint oil will be fantastic along with peppermint tea and massaging this acupressure point. And feel free to give yourself a little acupressure massage. That'll help open up the channels and get the circulation going to help minimize that tension and headaches. All righty. Oh my God, I talk so much. Look at us. We're already at 2:52. I'm sorry. Classic me. My Tia's laughing at me. I know it. Does anybody else have any questions? Because I'll talk.
Yes.
Never mind. Oh, yes, Ms. Morgan.
We have a we have a question with regards to the sugar.
Mhm.
You have stevia on the list. Okay.
You're
Do honey.
ooh, you're kind of cutting out, Mama. I heard you say stevia.
Oh,
Oh, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
honey.
Okay, I heard you say, can we have honey? Honey is a no-go. Honey is a no-go, and neither is agave. Stevia is okay. Monk fruit is okay. And any, I think what else do it like? I think coconut sugar you can get too. I think. Let me double check that. I'll bring that up in the email, but let me double check that. I think I put it on there though. Monk fruit's okay, stevia's okay. Also, you can use juices like pineapple juice or kiwi juice to help sweeten something. These are commonly found in kombuchas, which kombucha is fine to do. You just want to be mindful of the ingredients because some of them will use cane sugar, some of them will use kiwi juice. The ones that are using kiwi juice or pineapple juice, you're good to go. But when consuming any product that has juice in it, you just want to be mindful of how often you are consuming it, right? So like, let's say you're doing, because the goal of this, right, is to break up with sugar. Pineapple and kiwi are much higher on the glycemic scale. So taking out white sugar, but then replacing it with pineapple juice in multiple things throughout your day, it's kind of the same thing. Okay, so if you're having pineapple in your green drink and you're having a pineapple juice, and then you're having kombucha sweetened with pineapple juice, it's like, we're not, you get me? Do your best not to have too much. So all things in moderation. So if you have a kombucha with pineapple juice, great. Just make sure or do your best not to have more pineapple juice throughout the day or less pineapples, right? So there are fruits that are higher and lower on the glycemic scale. Berries are the lowest on the scale. So these feel free to indulge in raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. That's your go-to. Let's see, I've got a question here. Can we have green juice in powder form for when we don't actually have veggies and juice? Like the athletic greens, something like that? I would prefer that you didn't, only because the goal part of this program is to reconnect with our food and how we shop and how we cook, how we prepare, how we plan. So to do these powders, one, they've been processed, they're dehydrated, they're not fresh. And so there is that element to it. And then we're not quite learning. Now, if you're somebody that it comes down to you doing this green powder or not having your green drink at all, then the green powder is the way to go. But do your best to make the green drink fresh every day. Oh, Irelia, did you raise your hand? I'm new to Zoom, apparently, you guys. Oh my goodness.
I have 3 little questions.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. How much water are we supposed to be drinking?
Mhm.
Are walnuts okay? And are there any spices that are like no-nos?
Mm-hmm. Great question. Water, there is no like number of ounces that we're aiming for, because you will find that you are drinking so much water on this. Between the supplements, between what's going on in your green drink, and then just throughout the day, your own drinking tendencies, you'll find that it is very difficult on this program to not drink enough water. You'll find that you're drinking a lot of it. So you may even get like bored or overwhelmed with it. Like, oh my God, can I just do sparkling water this time? Like, I don't, can I just, you'll be looking for something else. So yeah, you'll naturally, if you're following the program, you'll be drinking an excessive amount to begin with. Secondly, walnuts, definitely fine. Nuts in general are okay on this program. Again, we just want to be mindful of how many of them we're consuming. So for some of you, there may be a day that's like, I didn't pack enough snacks, so I'm just eating almonds all day today. So be it. Just do your best not to make that your norm, right? Because again, the goal is we're wiping the slate clean, we're starting over, we're cleaning our habits and building healthier ones. So if there's a day that you forget your snacks, you forgot to meal prep, and all you're able to do is like run into a Whole Foods and grab a pack of almonds and an apple, that's totally fine. We just want to be mindful to not make that the habit that we take from this, right? That's okay as a one-off or like an accident. But anyways, nuts in general, safe to have. So some people like to put nuts in their green drink as well, some walnuts to give it more body. Have fun. Yeah. And then what was the last one? Spices. So no spices that you want to avoid. You just want to be mindful if anything has like any dehydrated cheese or dairy in it. But like individual spices like cumin, coriander, I don't know, what other spices? I'm such a great cook. Look at me. Rosemary. My Theo had to leave. He couldn't handle it. He's like, I can't. She's too much. All righty, let's see. Oh, good questions coming in. Do you recommend we take supplements with our meals or empty stomach? So this is a very personal question, because some people's digestive systems are like much more sensitive than others. So I would take that into consideration for yourself. When you are deciding when is a good time to take these supplements, if you're somebody that like down the hatch it goes, no issues, then you're fine in between meals. If you're somebody that's very sensitive and may react to supplements or herbs, then I would have something in your stomach first. You, in addition to that, don't feel that you need to take these supplements with food, because all the supplements are either herbs or whole food based. There's no chemicals, there's no preservatives, there's no additives in there. It's all organic whole food products. And so it shouldn't be difficult for your body to digest, because it is just food. But again, not all digestive systems are the same. So no one knows your digestive system like you do. Let's see, a ver qué más. Can we do oat milk in our berry smoothies? So oat milk is a no-go on this program. Oat milk comes from oats, which are not allowed on here. And oats are, oat milk is incredibly high in carbohydrates. I think it's like 16 grams of sugar in there, or 16 grams. Yeah, oat milk is marketed as a healthy alternative because it's not dairy, but ooh, she will spike the blood sugar, which is why one reason when you consume oatmeal, you notice like, boom, you're like back online, everything's feeling good, you're full pretty quickly, you can go. And then about 2 hours later, it's like, boom, and we get a big drop because all that sugar's been burned. And then your body's like, whoa, there's nothing to sustain it. And then you're hungry again, you're tired, you're sleepy, lo que sea. Yes, great question. Anyone else? Look at us, here we are, 3 o'clock. Any other questions that we can cover? Everyone feeling pretty confident? You know, has everyone done their shopping already? Oh, good. Yeah, I've seen some of you posting on the social medias. Thank you. Justin and I are going to go do our shopping. Actually, as soon as this call is over, I'm going to hustle home, change, and then off to Trader Joe's we go. Yes. Does she ever stop? No, but thankfully Maya slept through the night last night. So woo! We're feeling good. This is the first night this week that she slept through the night, which is amazing because it sucks when she doesn't. Acai bowls, are they okay? This is a loaded question only because acai bowls are very cold. So keep in mind, it is still winter. We're not trying to do salads, juices. Acai bowls are very cold in nature. So the more you can minimize them, the better. And again, you just want to see what's been added to them and make sure that if it's just acai and berries and maybe some walnuts and some shredded coconut, you're fine with that. Pero just being mindful of what's in it. Do your best to minimize it, though. It's way too cold on your digestive system. Right now, I'm really going to be emphasizing soups, caldos, stews, roasted, baked. We want to eat a lot of cooked foods right now, okay? Crock-pot is amazing right now. So do your best to nourish your body with warm cooked foods. If we were to do this program, let's say in the summer, then that would be a different story and we would be doing more cooling foods. But right now we want to add in more warming foods. So if to the best of your ability, if you can add in more cinnamon, more clove, more garlic, more onions, more, oh God, what is it? Anise? Not all at once. That's going to be way too hot, but you know, just like throughout your week, like, oh, let me do a little cinnamon today. Oh, let me add in a little clove in this today. So the goal is to find a nice healthy balance and a very nourishing balance, right? We're not doing this program for a quick fix. None of you are here because you want to like do a quick fast and improve your life in 3 days, because this is not that program. This is the program for those of us who are ready to make solid lifestyle, longer lasting changes. Okay. So being mindful with the seasons right now. This is also one of the pros about doing this program with an acupuncturist, is that I'm going to be talking a lot about how to nourish your body accordingly and not just, hey, we're here to lose weight. We're here to feel good. All right. This is all about nourishing your body. Okay. Great question though. All righty, my sweets. Any last minute questions we can cover? Last minute.
Are we allowed to include nutritional yeast?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Nutritional yeast is great, and it's for anyone that's ever tried it or has done a vegan diet before. Nutritional yeast is a faux cheese, so it's commonly used in vegan cuisine as like a fake cheese. So we use it a lot in my household, and it's basically just B vitamins. So it's so healthy for you because it's like pure B vitamins. So it's a fantastic alternative. Yeah. So you like, if you want to make like scrambled egg, like cheesy scrambled eggs, right? Scramble some eggs, throw in some nutritional yeast in there, and it'll give it that kind of like faux cheese feel. Yeah. And you can also, it's also used in vegan cuisine a lot as to help make sauces. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Gracias, Morgan. Gracias, Francisco. Be well. And I'll see you guys in your inbox tomorrow morning. And yeah, so nutritional yeast is commonly used to make sauces and dips in vegan cuisine. So feel free to experiment or play around with it. Yeah, that's a good one. All righty. How are we feeling? Feeling good? You saw your supplement schedule. You've all played with your green drink at this point. Okay, good. Let me cover one thing. The sample day diet that I give you guys, this is just a sample. This is not how you're supposed to be eating. Don't feel at any point that like, oh my God, I have to eat at 8. I have to eat again at 10. Oh my God, I have to snack. It's time for me to eat. This is just to give you visual relief and understanding of how often you could be eating. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are going hungry on this program, you are doing it wrong. You should never hit a point where you're going hungry. Okay. If you're going hungry, it may be because you didn't plan, you didn't prep, you don't have things available to you. It shouldn't be because that's what the program says, because you're constantly going to be drinking water for your supplements, eating your meals, drinking your green drink, snacking in between. You should not be going hungry. Okay. Alrighty, my dears. I can't wait for tomorrow morning as we begin this beautiful 21-day journey. Find me in your inbox every morning, 5:11 a.m. sharp. Please feel free to send me any photos. Another benefit of this program is that I'm going to be available to you for any questions, comments, concerns. So please feel free to message me. I'm going to keep an eye out for any message coming through. You can just respond to the emails and I should be able to send you a quick answer within a reasonable amount of time. All righty. I appreciate you all. We kick off tomorrow morning. Enjoy your last meal.